Holy shit. How are you all doing? It's another day, another dollar. Welcome back to So What Underground Streetwear Podcast. I want to give a special shout out to the 0 subscribers and the 0 new subscribers I've gotten since I've started this, as well as the 13 subscribers from the podcast. What? I basically take this live stream, rip the audio, clean it up a little bit, and probably make it sound super fraudulent with my too much processing going on. And 13 people said, I want to listen to this guy a lot more. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. From those 13 subscribers, damn, 14 listens. Wow. Of those 14, I know these two right here, these first two from the 22nd were automated from the Apple and Google repository, if you will. So those don't count. 12 listens, 13 subscribers. That's great. That's groovy. Shout out to you guys, the 0 live viewers and the 13 people that actually listen to this regularly. Regularly, as though this is a regular thing. All right. Would you look at that? For those of you that aren't familiar, the So What website is the exact same as it was last Friday because my fucking writer is being a bum. And I'm being a bum. But I got good news after this. So, talk to this writer. She's written for me before. I said, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm looking for. We get everything hashed out on Tuesday. Or sorry, Monday. It's Wednesday today. It's the 25th. We hash things out on Monday. Said, this is what I'm looking for. Actually, this weekend. And, she sends me back something she wrote. I said, hey, this is what I really want. Clean it up a little bit. Okay, cool. I gave her a video, a whole, big-ass critique saying, hey, this is what you did. This is what I'm looking for. Make it a little bit better. Fucking ghost, man. I haven't heard from her since then. It's kind of, I don't know, it's not annoying, it's just frustrating because I want to get these articles rolling, so A, I have something to talk about for this podcast, and B, I got some articles rolling. The whole point of this is to talk about streetwear news, or underground streetwear news, not me talking about brand websites and critiques and shit like that. So, unfortunately, today we are going to be talking about the same shit I've been talking about, more or less. But that's that. So hopefully by Friday she's back doing it. I guess I sent the video Tuesday morning at 1 in the morning. So I'll just say it's still Monday. So other news. Okay. Put in my letter of resignation today for my job because I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it anymore. I'm ending that next Friday. Going to be moving to Kansas City probably the week after that. And then I will be able to actually set up a decent space. I got a friend down there. He bought a house. I'm going to take over the entire first floor, split level basement type area. Bedroom, fucking studio area, so we can actually get this not sounding like I'm in a wind tunnel because this damn window unit, because I'm in New York City and all these buildings are built before you, I, or the next guy was born, so they don't have AC or heat. It's cool in a way, but fuck this. Recommendation to anybody that is thinking about moving to New York City, wait until you're pulling 6 figures so you don't have to get some booty shack. The place isn't that bad, especially for what I'm paying for it. Definitely way under what it should be priced at, but I don't know. This place is cool, but not when you're pulling less than 6 figures. So just a little piece of advice. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, though. So, news on the site, same old shit. we'll be getting there. We'll be getting there soon, and I apologize. The news will be coming back. It will be coming back. I promise. The e-commerce portion of the website will be launching soon, and I think there might be a small hiatus with this like live streaming podcast due to the fact that I'm moving. Hopefully, I can get it in here and like cut it up or whatever, but we'll see. We'll see. It's all progression. This is all new. This is all new to me, talking to nobody, and then people listening at a later date or never. So, hear me out. Now, I think today the topic of discussion will be ethics. Ethics, morals, and doing what is right, which is ethics and morals. So, ethics and morals. Ethics and morals when it comes to streetwear, starting a brand. This is less for the consumer and more for the producer. Ethics and streetwear. So, I know you people listening to this tomorrow or later today, you won't be able to see this image, but somebody posted an image of, it's a reverse weave champion hoodie that is embroidered with "Don't Be Famous," and preceding that is I think that might be the Instagram verification like check mark, blue star with a check mark. I think Twitter's like rounded. I don't know. It's one of the verified check marks for one of the big social media platforms. And they posted this, and a small minor discussion went on about whether it was trademarked and blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. It's like, I understand people don't want to be sued and all this stuff, but if you are starting a brand, or you have a brand and you're not selling it in the stores, or there's no stock, you don't have any stockists, you don't get any coverage on big news sites, you're basically an underground streetwear brand, you can really you can do a lot, you can pull a lot, ethically. I mean, the whole point of streetwear, it didn't stem from a classroom. It didn't stem from, the fashion week. It stemmed from urban culture and the streets. And if that means you gotta basically, quote unquote, strike inspiration from another brand, that's how the shit started. That's how this shit started. Oh man, I gotta. This is why I like doing this live, because I can sit here and be like, I can talk all this shit and then not know what I'm talking about, but I can look it up on the fly. I can't even look it up because I don't even know what I'm looking up. All right. Watch this documentary. I'm not going to know the name of the documentary. Maybe somebody else can look it up for me. They're talking about this guy in one of the 5 boroughs. He's Dr. J's, Dr. Carter, something. Basically what he was doing back in like the 80s was, back when, Adidas tracksuits and shell toes were hot, and graffiti on the back of your jackets and shit like that. What this guy would do was he'd take fabrics from either printed or straight up jacked from, high-end luxury fashion brands, Louis Vuitton and Gucci and all this other print, and he'd basically make custom like pieces with the shit. And he'd do that for the dudes in the hood. Instead of going to buy the $600 Gucci jacket, they go to him. He's got the fabric. He'll make it for $150, and they can flex. That's a part of streetwear history. That's a part of the history. And I know I'm not gonna pull up his username, but if you're on the r/streetwear startup subreddit, the fucking guy who's always got to chime in with like, you ask for a little bit of a little small piece of, hey, what do you think about this? And he wants to give you a fucking 8 paragraphs of why he should suck your dick. He brought up this fact, and he's always talking about the history and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. This is history. Jacking other people's shit is the history of streetwear. It's the history of street fashion. For that to even be like a concern, is this legal? Is that trademarked? Is that copywritten? Dude, if you're making screen prints and selling them out of your like bedroom, no one's gonna stop you. You're not gonna get a cease and desist. You know why? Because no one knows you exist. So if you wanna, fake the funk, you are eligible to. And if that's what it takes to start getting popular, and then once you get popular, then you say, all right, now I gotta actually design my own shit. So be it. Go jack Barbara Kruger's Futura bold italics font in a red box and call your brand awesome. Whatever. Who cares? Like, the people that fuck with your shit are gonna fuck with your shit. The people that don't like it aren't. And there's nothing you can do about that. So, whatever. If you put... There's so many trends that like come and go, ebbs and flows, kanji and flowers and bugs, roses. There's everything had roses on them like a year ago. It's just, who cares? Especially, all right, going into the next topic soon. It might be a discussion for tomorrow about like stop asking for feedback from other producers and get feedback from consumers. But who cares about like if an image is copyrighted when you're at this stage of your quote unquote career? You know why? Because you can pivot, you can change. Like, no one's gonna, if you want, you can always kill the brand and start over. You're gonna be a hell of a lot more successful the second time, third time, fourth time around, because you already know those first steps that's you don't know the first time. This is my first foray into streaming and podcasting. This sucks. I know it sucks. You know it sucks. I don't know why. If you hear this, you email me at justin@sowhat.com. If you're listening to this right now at this point, like whether it's on the podcast or whatever, email me and just say, I heard you say that this podcast and this live stream sucks on July 25th. I don't care if it's 2018 or 2022. If you heard that, email it to me, and at some point I will collect all those emails and I'll do something cool. I'm not gonna be able to do anything cool now because I'm in the process of getting the fuck out of town, but eventually I'll do something cool for you. So, ethics, morality, whatever. There's a post on there from a few months back. Somebody basically put up an image. They took they went to a bus stop, whatever. One of the panels, there might have been advertisements on there. There might not have been. It was a wall of advertisements, or a panel in a bus stop. Everybody knows it's 3 sides. They got an open front, whatever. It's a bus stop. They basically put up a poster spanning the entire length of the panel of an advertisement for the brand. The image was like of some massacre. Somebody was about to get beheaded. Like, it was super grainy and you really couldn't tell what it was unless you really knew what the fuck was going on. So I don't know why there was an uproar about that, but a lot of the comments were, that's fucked up, man. Somebody paid for that advertising, blah 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 blah. Yes, they did, and I'm in advertising. I got a degree in advertising, and I do understand that. Yeah, it's messed up. Somebody's paying for that spot. They're paying for those impressions. They're paying for the people that ride that bus to see their stuff. But guess what? This is like an industry where that should not be frowned upon. If you're working fast, if you're working in the food industry, yeah, you don't want to put up some junk, whatever like that, some guerrilla type marketing stuff when it comes to like when it involves vandalism. But it's a streetwear. And there's one comment I got downvoted to hell. It was just basically like, this is streetwear. It's like, this is what you do to get out of the streets. Because it seems like a lot of people, especially, I don't know, like this is like the evolving nature of the streetwear community, and the people that are getting involved with it, and the involvement with like high-end luxury fashion, all that other stuff. How it's almost become it's not really street anymore. It's more fashion than it is street. And you can see this when, or like just the change in people's, I don't know. You go right here. Take this. Go to r/streetwear, and look at the whitelisted posts, what people are wearing today, whatever. Like on any day, they might change. I don't want to say any day. You might be listening to this in 2035. Look at it, whatever, today. And you'll see everybody has like this. They look goofy as fuck. Like, I'm not saying that you have to dress a certain way to be street or whatever, but if they weren't in like the suburbs, they'd probably get the back of their neck slapped. Not by me, because I don't care, but there's definitely a transition from like, well, baggy jeans and tall tees from 90 or 2006 them franchise boys to now, where like if you were wearing that, people are like, what? At least if you post that as a what did you wear today online, people are like, what? If you do that, there's still neighborhoods that fuck with that and whatever. But this just changing scene is really fucking just goofy. People are dressing goofy with a super what the fuck? They got the high-rise jeans looking like they got a flood watch, cropped jeans. Like, my dude, what the fuck? Shit's goofy. Anyways, so they put up this full board poster. That's what the original topic of discussion was. Put up this poster, and people are like legitimately upset about this. I'll never buy from this brand. Like, fuck you for stealing from those advertisers. Like, that's what you gotta do. If like, I understand like some people cross that line, but for some people this isn't like a passion project or a hobby. It might be like, I stole this fucking 10-pack of Hanes tees, found a Sharpie, blew the ink out, and made my own stamps or whatever, and made my own shirts. Like, that might be their hustle. That might be the thing they have to do to eat, because they're in the streets and not just industry. Ooh, is that a rhyme? Like, is that a rap? I think somebody said that once. Like, I'm in these streets, your industry. If they haven't, they should. As a matter of fact, I'm in these streets, your industry. Who said that? Kodak Black, maybe? Well, he said, fuck the industry, I'm in the streets. Anyway, if feel free to jack that. That's what this whole rant is about right now, is about jacking shit. And that it's okay. Like, it's really, I mean, it's not inherently bad at this level. Fucking, everybody, we'll talk about the Kings right now. Supreme. They got a cease and desist from Louis Vuitton back in the day, and then they worked with them. Like, why? Because they jacked their fucking print. Unfortunately, they were at the point where they were relevant enough to be recognized or, like, actually be sued. I guarantee if you're asking for feedback on a design, you're not going to be hit with a cease. Actually, you know what? I take it back. The fact that you're asking for feedback on this, like, probably put you in a higher light to get that cease and desist. Once you post that link to your store, they'll be like, ooh, you know, Instagram, Facebook's coming after this guy that's selling $45 hoodies and made 30 of them. Like, they're going to take that. They're going to take that. But, okay, I'm totally, like, going back and forth on what I'm, like, thinking about and whatever. Back to that advertisement. It's okay. It's okay to do that. I mean, it's not. I mean, legally, it's illegal, but who's gonna stop you? You know, it's illegal. I was talking to this guy the other day. He was allegedly he put up stickers to one of his websites around New York City, and he got, I guess, cops went to the website. He didn't. You know, they could see his name all over the website, so they, you know, got a detective on him, blah blah blah. Like, hey, it's like $1,000, like you could be fined $1,000 like per sticker, just some ridiculous amount. And then detective basically told him, like, but there's no way to prove that you put them up. And he said, I didn't know they were put up, and that was it. Like, sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. I don't think I'm gonna put sticker. I mean, I can't anymore. Now I just brought that up, and I know that because they'll be like, oh, I mean, if you know, blah blah blah. But you know, you know, sometimes you can bend the rules and do a little side shit. And if you get away with it, great. If you get caught, well, do better next time. If there was a way that I could take this, like if I could take my live stream, this like video that I'm doing right now, or take the podcast when I convert it to audio, and just like insert it onto whatever, hypebeast.com or wherever the fuck. Like, you don't think I wouldn't like take that opportunity? I mean, I probably wouldn't, because that's like high profile shit. But you know, if there was a way that I could just get, you know, 10, 20, 30 more listeners in a way that's not really the most ethical way, but it's not really that fucking big of a deal, I would. You know, it's just, why not? If you can get away with it, go for it. You know, this doesn't mean murdering somebody, but when it comes to some guerrilla tactics, marketing, whatever, for your brand, go for it. Who cares what a bunch of fucking kids from the suburbs on Reddit like care about your tactics? You might just come into success that way, or you might get fucking sued, or you might get arrested. That's a risk you gotta take, but you can definitely tell that there's people that are taking that risk, that are willing to take that risk, and you can see, like, you can kind of see like where they're coming from. And you know, if you're not coming from there, then you really can't talk on it, because you can, you know, what's the difference between me putting up taking $20, making a poster and putting it up in town on somebody's billboard, or because that's my means, or you, this is really a poor argument, but I'm going to continue with it, or you taking $20 and buying Facebook ads or whatever. You know, that's your way of advertising. This is somebody else's way. You know, yours might be more ethical, more moral, more friendly, whatever, but that's not the way they know. That's just not the way they know. With that being said, if anybody's looking to advertise on here, no, I'm playing. No, I'm just playing around. Yeah, it's super weird climate. With especially this you know, don't be famous with a blue check mark. Like, people really like, that might be trademarked. You might get a cease and desist. No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not. You're fucking like, you know, it's shitty to say, but until you get to the level where you have famous people like rocking your shit, and not because you sent it to them, but because they rocked it, you really got nothing to worry about. It's bottom line. Or also, like, okay, I take it back. No, I untake that back. I just want to add on to it before I finish that. You have nothing to worry about until you're doing this full time. Once you get to the status where you're pulling in, enough G's a month to A, print out more shit, and B, cover your expenses, whatever that may be, whether it's $40 because you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese because you're 15 years old, or $4,000 because you want to live in fucking an apartment in Manhattan. Then you should start worrying about whether shit's trademarked, copywritten, and by that point, you should have your own shit copywritten, trademarked, and phrases you got, and not just a bootleg copyright where you mail it to yourself, whatever. I made this design for, like, actually get the shit like registered, so you don't have to worry about shit. And when it does happen, then you can be that asshole saying, "You took our blue check mark. You advertised over our advertisement." But until then, do whatever you got to do to survive, thrive, whatever. Because no one's gonna. It's not getting easier every day, or it's not getting any easier, whatever. You know what I mean? It's not getting easier. There's more and more fucking brands popping up every day. I mean, brands, so to speak. More and more people printing their designs on Gildan t-shirts and selling them for $30 every day. So, you might as well do whatever you gotta do to survive. In the ghetto. Alright, I think I'm gonna wrap this one up. Have fun with it, whatever. We'll go back to the website. Actually, we'll go back to shout out to the 0 subscribers. I think on YouTube I got like 34, but they're not, like, they all subscribed from like a what do you call it, like a giveaway. So they're not real subscribers. They're just like, oh yeah, I'll subscribe. Like Diane Wolf. I don't think Diane Wolf even uses YouTube. Shout out to Diane Wolf. She follows, she subscribes, never viewed anything. Shout out to the 0 viewers in the live stream. Someday we'll have one consistent. We're missing Brian again, but I can't hold him at fault or anybody else at fault because I'm inconsistent. So how can I have expected consistency? And shout out to the 13 subscribers for his podcast. And I think I might just start off and end with like shout outs to whatever and any kind of emails I get, because it's just kind of fun. It's fun. 14 listens. I assume that's just downloads. Okay, probably 9 because I think I downloaded. No, I didn't download mine. I think I listened to like 30 seconds of one of mine just to see how bad it sounded, and it sounds bad, so I apologize for that. But you know what? Like that Onion article where local podcaster says he's going to improve his audio. I'm not going to improve my audio for a few weeks until I get down to Kansas City. So, shout out to the 13 subscribers, 14 listens. Let's hope we can break the 5 listen barrier that the last podcast got. So, thanks. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow maybe.